Hey guys, today I want to talk about how like the different experience of weed and the effects on certain individuals, because one thing that I've heard pretty frequently actually is weed is not for everybody. And here's the thing, like, even if something's bad for you, sometimes even you could get used to it even though you know it's not for you. Like sometimes, like when you're in a desperate time and a desperate measures calls, if it was something that was bad, you're gonna pick it up even if it's not the best for you. And here's the thing with me, I smoked weed for a long time, and you would have thought that doing something for a long time would mean that you got adjusted to it, accustomed. But even that, it's still not the case. And that just shows when something is not good for you, it will never be good for you. No matter the amount of time you're doing it and thinking that it's helping, it's not really helping you. And something bad will always be bad. And here's the thing. If you're an overthinker, if you're an overthinker like me, this is the thing. I already think about everything and above. But when I'm high on top of it, the thinking is fucking multiplied. So now I'm not just like overthinking at this point. I'm overthinking to this point. And that's when it destroys me. When I smoke before going to bed, the worst decision ever in my entire life. There's no show I could put on. There's nothing that could ease my mind. Once the thoughts train starts running, that shit do not stop. And it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it never stops. And that's why I don't like doing it. Because the reason why it does that is because here's the thing. Sometimes, I don't know, for different weed smokers, I feel like a common thing that I've heard from like a few people that I've spoken to about it is that you're a little bit paranoid when you're high. You are paranoid, low keyly. Like you're thinking a bit more. So overthinking plus more thinking, it's a lot of thinking at once. You feel like your brain is gonna explode. Yesterday, I went to the movies. I smoked at the movies, and I'm sitting there watching the movies. And then I'm sitting there watching it, but then I'm thinking at the same time. And then I don't know why, but this random thought just comes up in my head, and I'm like, what if someone just like decided to shoot all of us right now? And it's like, and I'm like, wait, why am I saying that? Like, why? I'm like, why am I? I'm like, wait, what is making me think about this? Like, why am I saying shit like that? And you see, that's the thing. Like, I'm overthinking to the point where it's something that's realistic, but like a little unrealistic because like someone can do it, but the likelihood of it happening, it's like 25%, 20% to 70, 80 per. Yeah, that math correct. To 80%. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I got an issue. That's why smoking for me, it's like, it's a bad habit. It's addicting, yes. It's hard to stop. And again, if you're an overthinker, like weed, because the thing is, I can't even really say like weed has led me to the point that the thinking I was doing was like help me in a sense, because I just think too much where I just overanalyze everything. Even I'll look at something I posted and I'll just start looking at myself and I'll be like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. And it's like when I was sober, I wasn't nitpicking every single one of my like things that were going on with me, but the minute I get high, it's like, oh, you look so stupid, oh, why are you doing this, no, and that's what I don't like. It's like if I was being paranoid with the world and just everything going on around me, okay, fine. But when it's the point that I'm picking on myself, and this is why I never needed no one to tell me about myself, because when I'm high, I am my biggest bully. I'm not even joking. Like, I bully the fuck out of myself when I'm high. Like, there's times where I just have to put my phone out. Like, I have to not look at pictures of myself. I have to not think about any things that I did, because I will just think, and feel like a total fucking idiot for things that I felt good doing. And I do not like feeling that way. That's why I can't, like, it's like I'm trying to get out of it, but like I said, like when something is like, when you're used to something, it's just hard to get out of that cycle, because you're just used to it being there, that when it's not there, it's like, come back, even though you're not good for me, I just want you there, because I convinced myself that the weight feels a little bit lighter when I have you, but that's just not even the truth, and it's really like a delusion is what it is. That's why I just want to stop, because again, the thinking, it's already a lot. It's a lot. And if I cared about myself and the growth of myself, I would stop in order to ease my mind, because I drive myself crazy with all the thinking I do. I could admit that I really do. Like, sometimes I just lose myself in my head. Like, I just live in my head when I'm high so bad that I forget that there's actually a world of which I exist in, and it's not just all in my head. That's why I'm like, oh, like, you need to put that dope away. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's why it's like, guys, I'm telling you, if you're an overthinker, maybe you understand what I'm saying. But like, like, if you don't smoke or haven't smoked, like, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. I don't feel like there's any real benefits to smoking weed. I feel like it's a type of escapism for certain people. I will admit, yes, for surely. What, and this is the thing, I'm saying it's not a benefit. So what I'm about to say, no, this is not me saying it's benefiting, and you're gonna hear why. It's a double-edged sword, okay? But it's like, when I was smoking before, it was because I was trying to forget something, okay? And in that moment, I definitely was forgetting. But you know what happens is that when it was time to sober up, those feelings that I was postponing because I was high focusing on other things, they came back to haunt me, and then I had to deal with the ghost because I thought just because I smoked it would go away forever, but it wasn't going away forever. It was going away for the moment, and it would always come back, and I would still be left to deal with it. So we just prolonged that process of me dealing with what I had to deal with. That's why I was like, I gotta stop. But again, addiction from the outside point of view is just, people say like, I could never be addicted, I would never do those things. Like, how do you get addicted to things? But when you're actually in the shoes of that person you're speaking about, you're gonna see it's nothing like those words that you were saying. It's nothing, it's not the same context at all. When you're actually living in it, rather than looking at it from the outside perspective, it's a whole different ballgame. That's why you don't judge a book by its cover, because again, you don't get it until it is you. So just like, wait, and don't speak on things you don't understand, is what it is. That's what I have to say for today. So for my overthinkers, guys, if y'all want to think about everything in the fucking universe, go fucking smoke. But if you don't, and you don't want to like fucking burn out your fucking mind and have a mental exhaustion from all the thinking, yeah, put that dope down, boo. Put it down. And that's my message for today, and that's really my experience with weed. And it's something I've done for years, and still something that I just can't get accustomed to, because when something's not for you, it never will be.